Hello there. Welcome back. It's been a while. I've been waiting for summer to finally break here in Chicago, and break it did. We got up to the high 90s for a few sustained days last week. It was rough. So we've been drinking a lot of white wine, fair amount of bubbles, a lot of rosé, as you can imagine if you've been paying any attention to this podcast. But the thing I want to talk to you today about is wine in cans, my friends. Don't be a snob. Get that closed-minded shit out of here, because I have no room for that. And embrace the can movement. Now, it started really in the last couple of years with products like this one. You know, these spiked seltzers. Truly is a huge brand. White Claw is crazy popular. This brand is Bon and Viv. This is a spiked seltzer. And I actually liked this one the best in a recent tasting of its competitors. This flavor is pear elderflower. I really liked it. It tastes kind of like a Jolly Rancher. They're lower in alcohol comparatively speaking to a regular cocktail, so whatever. Drink more of them, I guess. Spiked seltzer's a thing. Canned cocktails of any kind, huge thing. This one is Cutwater Spirits Lime Margarita, which frankly I thought was just okay. It's very limey, super citrusy. You don't taste any tequila. It's a little artificial, but this canned cocktail brand in particular is worth checking out. Lime Margarita is decent. The Moscow Mule is pretty good, and actually a canned Bloody Mary surprised me. Thought it was tasty. And if you're like me at like 8:30 on a Sunday and you're just too damn lazy or hungover or still half asleep or whatever, and you don't feel like shaking up a cocktail and you just want to open a can and get to it, canned cocktails is kind of the thing. There's a lot of vodka soda cocktails in cans, gin and tonic cocktails in cans. This one here is Greenhook Gin Smiths, and I'm going to talk about gin coming up here real soon because I never liked it before. I never wanted to like it. I usually made fun of people that drank it, but I've got the gin bug, and I'm drinking a lot of gin and tonics now, and this one's just okay. Like, it's fine if you like gin and tonic, especially if you like a more of that like quinine tonic-y thing. But man, it's refreshing, and especially these smaller formats, right guys? Like, this is 200 mils, so this is basically the size of a cocktail. Look, the thing about canned cocktails is like most of them are maybe 2 ingredients, right? So I don't know how lazy we have to be anymore that you can't just get a bottle of vodka and a bottle of club soda and mix the 2 in a glass. Like, oh my God, the hassle of getting the glass out of the cabinet and the ice cubes. Whatever. You're at a picnic, you're on the train, you're at a kid's soccer game or whatever. I get it. So I'm glad to talk about anything in a new format. It's kind of a revolution right now, and I'm glad to say that wine is really like riding the trend. So this one that I started off with today is just a regular bubbly. This one's a little more sophisticated than most I'm coming across, and than the others I'm gonna mention today. I don't know, it's like Gruner Veltliner sparkling wine in a can from New York State. Pretty esoteric, but it tastes pretty good. It's very refreshing. The thing about this is, like, if you put it into a glass and I just tasted it blind, I wouldn't expect you to tell me it came out of this format. So overall, Vinny, New York bubbly wine, worth purchasing if you can find it. I don't know if you will or not. They also have a rosé version. This one is made... This one's made with Cabernet Franc. So again, definitely more on the like black turtleneck, man bun, hipstery side of things. if that's what you're into. It's okay. It's dry, definitely, and a little bit herbaceous. Definitely intensely bubbly. What I've read is these are actually normally vinified wines with CO2 added. Okay, that's the easy, super cheap, super lazy way to make sparkling wine. Think about a soda stream for wine. It's not champagne, okay? Don't call it that. But this is really intensely, very assertively bubbly carbonation, right, as opposed to true like mousse of champagne. But it's okay. Again, I think this line is probably a little more expensive than most. My guess is it would come in a 4-pack at probably $17 or $18.99 maybe. So that's like this, 4 of these is a full bottle of wine, right? But it's okay, and it's better than the average quality rosé or bubble rosé in cans. Cabernet Franc, bubbly from New York. I don't know if recreational is legal there yet, but that would explain this.
You want to get high? No.
Whatever. A couple other wine in cans I've been checking out, and actually the 2 that I think I have liked and would endorse the most are these 2 jobbies. Both rosés. Are you guys surprised? I doubt it. This one's called Rosé All Day. I don't know how they got the trademark on that, but good for them. This is a 250 ml. So this size is actually more than a glass of wine, guys. 250 milliliters times 4 is a liter of wine, which is more than your average bottle. So if you buy a 4-pack of this for $12.99, that's a bottle and a glass. So it's actually a pretty good price. I like this one. Traditional French style. It's pretty dry. Nice fruit, but not sweet. It's nothing all that special, but pop the top and drink it out of a can. Okie dokie. And this one is by Marabou. It's also French, from Provence, actually. And this was probably the biggest hit for me so far this year as far as just still wine out of a can. It's really refreshing, juicy, fruity. I really liked the berry flavors, not too flowery, not too perfumey. And as the tagline on the can reads, it is perfect for al fresco living, which, as you can tell, is how I'm rolling right now. It's too nice right now to not be out here. I'm sorry about the noise, the birds chirping, and the cars going by, and the Layla and Duncan. You may or may not hear any second. They're very playful today. So check out those 2, Marabou Rosé from Provence and Rosé All Day. 250 mils. Chill them down, pop the top, drink it. Don't even worry about pouring it into a glass, you guys. Who cares? Just drink it. I have right now, okay, I want to say all these cans I'm showing you, I didn't drink these today. I promise. I mean, we're into like 1.5 to 2 drink minimum territory, but this is, I've been collecting these empties to tell you about. Don't judge me, okay?
I'm so drunk I can barely see.
I have this one open. I haven't even taken a sip of it yet, so you're gonna get the real authentic tasting response. This is the Great Oregon Wine Company. This is Rosé. This is a 187 mil. I think it isn't vintage dated, but it says it was canned. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty gross. It's old. It tastes old. It says it was canned on 2/3/17. You don't want to hold on to cans of wine. It tastes it's flat, and it's as Jeff would say, is, how do you say, not good? It's just not delicious. It may be good product when it's fresh. I'm sorry to diss it, but it tastes kind of like shit right now. Don't buy old cans of wine. And if you're shopping somewhere and you see some blowout price for cans, or really for any wine, you guys, pro tip, you really want to think about the provenance of that, how long it's been sitting around. It's not that this is spoiled or anything. It's not going to kill me, you guys, but it would be like buying a 2.5-year-old can of Coke. Like, no. Just, no. Today I also have open this Nomikai California Rosé called, they actually label it California Rosé Fizzy, which like I think is cheeky, and the sophisticate in me, I absolutely hate it, but I love to use the word fizzy or fizz. It's a colloquialism even the most snobby wine professionals use, so it's okay if you do. Fizzy California Rosé, Nomikai. It tastes okay. Honestly, if you poured it for me like this and had a blindfold on me, I think I would tell you it was maybe cava, and like I wouldn't know it was rosé. So not a lot of berry fruit, not a lot of rosé character. It's okay. A little baby can. I would probably chug it like at the beach, stranded, if there were no other alcohol options.
Melt down like a 6-pack of chapstick, get it over me, and you get that cherry smell.
I also have this one. This is Bollicini, sparkling rosé from Italy. And so far, this is like my house canned wine, which I never knew would ever exist in my life, but here it is. I don't know, there's something about this that I really dig. It's very playful. It's in the Prosecco category of sparkling, so it's crisp, but the bubbles aren't very assertive. It's not like this thing I told you is like super, super carbonated, bubbly. This is fizzy and fresh and delicious. I get a lot of strawberry, like strawberry seed almost. And some cherry, like almost like a Swedish fish, candied cherry kind of aftertaste. And it's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. And I bought a single can of this for $1.99, or I think the 4-pack was maybe $10 or $11.99. Pricing something like that. So very affordable. Again, this one is 250 milliliters. So a 4-pack of this is a bottle and a glass. So it's actually kind of a bargain. Bollicini, I do endorse this one for you for the summer, especially. Or like Christmas time, you can put this in my stocking cold on Christmas morning, and I'll pop it open and chug it for Christmas breakfast. It really doesn't suck. Okay? You like that one? And look how cute it is, you guys. Look, I've talked to you about expensive wine, fancy Bordeaux, really fancy fortified wine. You know that I like wines of all kinds, styles, flavors, price points, from almost every region in the world. But I'm a fun, playful little girl at heart too, and I'm a marketing sucker. So, you know, good for you. You want to make it pink and put little bubbles on it. It's adorable. All this being said, I'm talking to you about like wine in cans, but really the biggest push I'm seeing in the market and the most call to action for consumers as far as wine product in cans is stuff like this thing. This is a flavored sparkling wine in a can. So it's either this or sangria or wine spritzers. That's really the booming trend in the market. You guys want flavored wine, you want really fruity wine. I think this is more following the trend of your spiked ciders. They're a little bit lower alcohol usually. You know, Moscato in a can is a big thing. So I get that, because look, none of these that I've shown you or talked about have been $30 Napa Cab. They're trying it. I don't think we're gonna get there. There's a lot of science about putting wine in cans. Basically it's reductive, right? That's that really kind of like weird sulfury thing you're gonna get a lot of the time. So the reason bubbles works and sweet wines work out of a can is because you can mask a lot. But I get it. This is pineapple flavor. It's a little weird. It definitely tastes artificial. It's almost like pineapple, like it's almost like a pineapple scented candle. That weird artificial, yeah, like fragrance and aftertaste. It's a little bit like, it tastes like Splenda, like aspartame or whatever on the finish. But I mean, if I weren't really sitting here evaluating it like, you know, a pompous jerk.
King in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, king.
I would be like, this is tasty, thank you. This is Rosé Spritz, bubbles, pineapple flavor. I will tell you, yesterday with some colleagues in a much grander, more intimidating tasting of canned things, I tasted the watermelon version of this and it was really gross. It was even more artificially, the sulfur that came off it was really aggressive and it didn't blow off. This isn't bad though. The ingredients are rosé wine, carbonated water, pineapple juice, natural flavors, and monk fruit extract. Monk fruit is something that's used commonly for sweetener and just extra flavoring in a lot of stuff like this. And it also has nutritional facts on here. A lot of these do, actually, because FDA regulations, and only 5 grams of sugar. So 5 grams of sugar. This is only 5% ABV, okay? So low alcohol. It tastes like a wine spritzer with pineapple infusion, maybe. But it's okay. If you find this, or you find different flavors of it, you could check it out. If you want to just have some cocktails at a picnic, it's not so bad. The gist of it, you guys, is canned stuff is on fire right now, and I don't mind it. If you're looking to buy a $300 bottle of Bordeaux to lay down for 6 to 10 to 40 years, you're not gonna buy it in this format. You're not gonna enjoy it out of this format. There is no substitution for finely crafted, traditionally bottled wine. But you have to adjust, you have to adapt. Cans are also more environmentally friendly, I guess, because, you know, aluminum and you crush, recycle better than glass. You should fact check me on that one. I don't know. Check them out. It's important to have an open mind. And you can also look for, if you have a big party or if you consume wine over a longer period of time, there's some decent stuff happening in 3-liter boxes. Talking bag-in-a-box wines. They're making a lot of improvements in those. I tasted Boda Box Rosé a few weeks ago, 3-liter. It was good. It was fine. I want to make sure you guys know that it's okay to try something new. It's okay to embrace change. It's okay to like drink wine out of a can, even if you're, you know, not like in a hurry or a millennial. You can do it and enjoy it even if you're a sophisticated vintage wine person in her 40s. Whatever. Cheers.